What's up, YouTube? I'm Tony Davidson. Welcome to T3D Lifestyle. So today we're going to be taking a look at my 2016 Infiniti QX80. I'm going to tell you what I like about it, tell you what I don't like about it. We're going to talk about what made me purchase the vehicle, and we're just going to do an overall review. This is an average owner review, so don't go nowhere. Okay, it's my 2016 Infiniti QX80. This is the base model, meaning it's two-wheel drive, but that's okay because here in South Carolina, we really don't get that much snow at all, if any. We're walking around the truck here, you can see that pretty back end of it. And on the side, this is a nice truck, man. I was really in love with the shape of it. And again, I got this in black with the beige interior, we'll see in a minute. And coming around to the front, you can see this big, massive Infiniti grille. I love it. Now, a lot of people, it's a truck they say you love or hate, but I actually love the truck. Some people say because of the front here on the hood, that kind of looks like a beluga whale, but you know what? I don't think so. Style is a matter of taste, I always say. Now, this thing comes with 20-inch wheels, 20-inch wheels and 20-inch tires, as you can see here. Not too bad. Some of the premiums come with larger wheels, but this one comes with 20. Some of the premiums come with 22-inch wheels and tires, but this one, it's just 20s, which is still okay with me. And you see, it has what I like is it has these vents on the side. I think these are actually functioning vents. And you can kind of see through them, but I'm gonna lift the hood and we'll probably see if those are actually functioning vents. It actually comes with cameras around the vehicle, so when I actually get in, take a look, you'll see what I'm talking about. But essentially, there's a camera here in the front. It has cameras here under the side view mirrors, and obviously it has a rear view camera here. On the remote to lift the tailgate, if I press the button here, the tailgate lifts up, and I can also press the button if I want to make the tailgate go back down like this. But let's lift it up so we can take a look in the back of this thing here. Let me grab my camera here. As you can see with the third row seat up, it's not really that much space, but still pretty decent amount of space to throw some luggage back there. It has a headrest in the back. It's a little bit stiff, kind of hard to get down, but let's see if we can get it down. There we go. This has the buttons here to lower the third row seat, and it is slow. I have to tell you, it is slow. It's not the fastest, but it still gets the job done. In lowering the seats here, you can see. And when you do that, obviously, you kind of have way more space in the back. See, you can actually haul, big screen TV, furniture, small furniture, appliance. And, you can even let those second row seats down to have even more storage space, but you're still going to have that hump in the middle. Now let's take a look. It has another storage compartment here. If you lift this up, it's on a storage compartment. I got like blankets, just some emergency stuff, first aid kit and cleaning supplies. And what I can do also is I can let this thing up more here. But lift this up, that's when you get to the jack right there. And I like the little black Infiniti carpet they gave me for it to cover that up. That's actually pretty nice. Now, let's see. I'm gonna let the seats up, guys. But You know, the only thing about when with this, you know, if you let the second row seats down as well, you got that, still got that that center console that sits in the middle, because you know that's called captain's chairs, but it's still enough space for you to haul even more, something even bigger in it with those down. Now this thing does come with a tow package. As you can see, there's the receiver there to, you have to really unlatch that. But let me show you under here. Some spare tires under here too. It's a full size spare tire under here, right here. I think it looks like a pretty good addition. But the tow hitch is under there. There's some tabs here that you have to pop out. Struggling with them, I ain't gonna pop them out. And then you pull that piece out, and then the tow hitch is actually under here. You can see it. There we go. And also has the plugs and stuff for it as well. Yeah. So yeah, this guy has a lot of storage space. There's a button here you can push here. We can lower the trunk. There we go. And like you see, this is a beautiful truck, guys. Beautiful truck. Full size SUV. It'll sit 7 people. The hood latch here. Let's take a look at this engine under here. Let's take a look at this big old beast. 5.6 liter engine. Here we go. Latch is right there. Look at that V8. Batteries right here. On the front, see that it has a huge battery because there's a lot of electronics in this truck. I love the Infiniti cover that they put on it. That's kind of nice. Let's see if we can try to take a look at the vents, but so let's take a look inside here. Now, mine comes with the cream interior or the beige interior, which is sort of I'm not gonna say I don't like it. I would have preferred black, but you know, the deal I got on this, like I said before, was awesome. So, you know, this light interior doesn't bother me too much because prior to this, I had a Lexus GX460, and it was white and it had the light interior too. But it has the gorgeous, that walnut trim that you can see accented throughout, even on the steering wheel. Center console here as well, all the way around. It has a nice wood accent, and I think that's gorgeous. Also, like how in the top part of the dash it's a darker color. They didn't continue with the light color just throughout the vehicle. They did give me a new set of mats here, but I'm pretty sure when the previous owner, or essentially this truck came with black mats, which I think is a nice touch. But yeah, just if you look at has nice piping. Seats are soft, perforated. This does come with heated front seats, heated front seats. In the additions or trims above this, they actually have the rear seat is heated. But for me, one of the main things was actually having that, as you can see up there, having that AC here in the rear, where it's up here, which is good. I like that, And even for the third row seat, it has vents for them as well. As you can see in the back here, it does have the captain's chairs, and it has storage right here in the middle. In the storage, you have 2 cup holders. You have a deep console in here, or storage compartment in here. I don't know if you can see that, but this is a blanket. It stays in here. as well as a compartment here in the front. And here I keep a lot of snacks. I got a whole first aid. So you can see how deep that is. Look at that. I have a DVD in there. I have this first aid kit in there, and it's stuff that, you know, it comes with the first aid kit, but that's just my own personal first aid kit that I have. It does have rear climate control where the rear passengers can adjust theirs. Now, this being the trim, it doesn't really have, other than, you know, down here you see the plug for a cigarette lighter type power outlet. But in the upper trims, you actually have a lot more. You can see the plates here for where, you know, in the upper trims, those are actually filled in. The upper trims have a USB port, as well as, I think, a standard 12 volt jack, like a house jack, which is cool. But, you know, this is the base trim. The speaker system in this, actually, it is a Bose speaker system. You can see there in the dash. And it pretty much, the speakers are located throughout. You have them up front, you have them in the doors, as well as in the rear. You have door speakers there, and you have tweeters here. The sound system sounds pretty good. I actually I'm not too much disappointed. I wish it had a little bit more bass, but understandably, this speaker system is designed to give you more of a theater surround sound type feel. And when we get into some of the features, I can actually show you where you can actually play a DVD here in the front. And when you hear that theater sound, it is remarkable. So let's see if I have the key. I think I have the key here. Let's press this. Hey, all right. So as you can see, it has a screen here in the front, and some of the buttons that's here at the front. Let's close the door here. You actually have the for the camera, destination for the map. You also have the info, status, and the settings buttons, right? And the on-off screen, as well as if you want to turn that from day to night. Now, one of the things I really love about this, safety feature wise, is the camera system, right? So if let me start it up here. If I start it up here, and the camera here, as you can see, that front camera, I can see what's directly in front of me. Let's turn this off. With the front camera, I can see, you know, what's directly in front of me. It also has the 360 here where I can see what's on the side and in the rear, but I can change that camera view. See here, there you go. Let's change the camera view here. I can just see the side here, if you see that, the front and side. And if I put it in reverse, I can see what's behind me. And again, on the side and behind me as well. And you see that's a full back behind me. And you know, I really like that feature, man. Especially, like, you know, sometimes you're in traffic and you don't know in a truck this size, because you can see the road pretty good, but just that little space right over the front end of it, I can actually, when I'm pulling up on somebody, I can actually see how far or how close up I'm getting to them, as well as when you pull in front of a gas station or something like that. And, you know, they have those ballards there, or those, you know, the ballards that sit in the front so that you can't drive up onto the front of the building. You can actually see those in front of you. Here, you can just see the front of my garage. You can see how close I am to my garage. I kind of like, and again, I am avid fan of German cars, and I've had, you know, pretty much Mercedes, Audi, BMW. In my BMW, BMW, I don't know like how they are now. Well, you know, I do know, because a lot of it, the newer technology is nicer. It's a whole solid screen. But you know, you guys know I have a BMW 740 Li, and that orange, BMW uses the orange when it comes to the lettering in the screen and everything, and it's here as well. Everything is orange. And for me, I have older eyes, so it's kind of hard to see it at nighttime. But I like this crisp white lighting, as well as the nice little blue trim ring around. That looks nice. It's easier for me to see some of the controls at night, obviously, because they're white and they're with the LEDs in there, and not just a little, you know, how the older cars are usually like a little light. These are actually LED lights, so you can actually see everything a lot clearer at night. This does come with a nice size cup holder. You have a holder here if you want to put some change or anything, is right there, as well as, you know, you have the lighter adapter here, and you have a lighter adapter here. As you can see, I got my charger plugged in. And it has another little compartment here. Again, if you want to keep some coins down in there, you can. But this is where the USB input is into the vehicle. So sitting in the back seat, if you guys know that I'm 6 feet tall, and you know, I have enough space from the front, the seat in the front, and enough knee room from the front. And you can tell like this goes back for a 6 foot person. The seat's set for a 6 foot person. You can see I'm still got a little space, and if I even let the seat back, I actually got more leg room, more leg space back there. But yeah, again, you know, I have a pretty decent space back here. I'm comfortable. I got enough headroom from the top of, you know, from sitting back front to the top of the vehicle. And let's take a look at this third row seat in the back here. Now, obviously, again, I'm 6 foot tall. This back seat is not built for someone that's 6 foot tall. I mean, you're gonna be riding sitting up like this with your knees, and if I go to the seat, yeah, my knees are touching the seat right here. So this is really made for for kids, or maybe, you know, short, small adults. If you had to put somebody back here, if you had 5 passengers, you know, someone could actually sit side saddle like this and be extremely comfortable, more comfortable probably anybody in the vehicle. Or again, you could probably sit two kids back here, but an adult 6 foot tall on a long trip, this would not do. Now what you do have is you can from here, there's a button here, you can let the seat back some, and if I do that, looks like I have a little bit more space. Let's try this side. Yeah, that's actually a little bit better. I can lean back a little bit, and the headrest come up here. Hey, you know what? That's actually a little bit better. Like, I don't feel like I'm sitting like this, and actually that, you know, obviously I could not ride in this thing for a long period of time like this, but if it was a short distance, I'm okay. I'm leaning back, my legs are not extended out, but they're not pinned. I don't feel like they're pinned in my chest. I can lean sideways. But, you know, optimally, this is better for kids. And like I was saying before, I don't too much particularly care that this thing comes out from the top like this. And again, there are speakers back here, and I think that's the subwoofer right there. So let's get out. So you can see we're on the road here, and you see I'm going roughly 70 miles an hour, and this thing is just driving smooth, really smooth. I can get up and go when I need to. Here, I'll show you in a minute here. I'm gonna get up and go, and it's very responsive. Look at that. 400 horses, and this is where you feel all 400 of those horses. So picking up and passing someone is not that hard to do in this thing. But again, I'm not loaded or weighted down with a lot of different, I don't have a bunch of people in the car, nor am I pulling or towing anything. But, those horses are available when you need them. Now, let's some of the features that this vehicle does not have, that if you take the trim above it, I think it's called a Limited, it actually has the lane departure things there on the mirror, where if somebody comes into your rearview mirror and cover your blind spot, you can see that. And this one does not have the crash avoidance system. You see that camera in the front I showed you earlier. It also has a crash avoidance system where if the vehicle is going at a certain speed and it seems as if it's going to crash into something in front of it, then it'll automatically stop itself. I did look at, when I was in the Infiniti dealership, I did see there was a 2017, it was blue with black interior, and it had the TV screens in the headrest, and it was limited, it was loaded, it had everything, but it had 96,000 miles on it. And that's probably still pretty good. It was decently priced, but at the same time, guys, I didn't want to buy something with that amount of miles on it. I didn't want to buy something close to 100,000 miles, even if I'm not going to drive it that much. I stayed in my lane, and this was the perfect vehicle for me. So even though it's a base model, it still has a lot of comfort features, and it's still a very nice truck. Hey, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this just as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you're in the market for a nice, used, full-size SUV, hey, I would ask you that you honestly consider the 2016 Infiniti QX80. If this is your first time watching our videos, what I want you to do is like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so when I post these videos, you're amongst the first to see them. And as always, build a better you, invest in yourself, see the dream, and make it happen.